I had had Porky's in mind since I first got interested in movies and started doing them. I was thinking to myself, you know what? Our high schools are all 75 or 100 years old or older. They're a repository. So basically, I started collecting stories from Fort Lauderdale High to see what I could do, and then I started collecting stories from across the country. And I wrote it, carried it with me all through every movie I did. I said, next, can I do this? And they would say, no, what are you, crazy? We can't do that movie. It's absurd. Nobody can do a movie like that. It's far too vulgar and too real, too honest. Finally, after I had done Tribute with Jack Lemmon and got Academy Award nomination, Fox decided, well, let's let him do it. I'm down in Miami. I am ready to shoot. I've got my cast. I know what I've got now. When I got those boys, and they called me and said, Bob, we're not doing it. We're backing out of this movie. So I stayed down there for the next 2 weeks spending my own money, and I had no money, kept the cast together. They were getting hysterical. Bob, you don't have any money. You can't make this movie. I said, I'm making it, guys. I don't care. Finally, Norm Levy, head of distribution at Fox, got on the phone with me and said, now let's talk some sense. After about a half-an-hour conversation, I said, Norm, you got these 3 movies. I forget what they were. I said, suppose next year when these 3 movies come out, and that's happened to you before, they don't click. You got this little $4 million outrageous movie. And what do you think? He's silent for about 30 seconds. He says, I'll call you back. He called me back about a half an hour later. He said, all right, you idiot, do your damn movie. And we went on and did the movie.
I'm going tonight. You're not cutting me on any free nookie.
You're going. Shut up. Jeez.
I'm going.
Everything in Porky's is basically true. Every event, the circumstances may be added to. I think the penis, if I may say that, just kind of got, oh, she had the great line, I've got him now.
Oh, and I'm not going to let him slip through my fingers. Okay? Now.
They all go on the floor at that, all the coaches. But the final thing where Boyd Gaines says, I got an idea, coach. This young woman basically got carried away, and she was downstairs, and we were all up on the deck, and she actually howled as she made love. And when I first moved there, it was still restricted. There were signs on the beach, no Jews allowed in the hotels. This is the mid-50s even. It was just starting to break down, and that's the world that I came into. I didn't understand it. I didn't agree with it. That fight did occur between Brian, actually Michael. Brian held his own. He didn't quite put him away quite as effectively as that. But the truth of the matter is, I wanted to understand Tim, why he was what he was, and that's what done Murder by Decree for me. She had been with Christopher Plummer, James Mason, Donald Sutherland, Sir John Gielgud, David Hemmings, Jean-Pierre Bujold, that incredible cast. So she was one of the great actors in that. So I came to her with Porky's, and she loved it. She loved the whole idea. She hadn't done anything outrageous before. She'd been pretty much a classically trained or romantic leads. And she just loved the whole idea of being raunchy and outrageous.
Come on, don't stop. Oh.
He had so much, forgive me, but good material to work with, so much cunning. He knew that Porky's not stupid at all. He's quite clever. He's clever enough to have a brother who's the sheriff. He's got an empire there. So he was a worthy opponent, but he had the dark side and the comic side inside him. A little 100-seat theater was a riot. They nearly rioted, and Sherry said, what are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? Well, that's just 100 friends of Bob's. So we finally got it down to the theater in San Diego. It was a 4-plex, and we had one little 1/8 of a page ad. That's all. No one had ever heard of it. It had no pre-publicity. And 600 people showed up for the 300-seat theater. All the other 3 theaters emptied. The manager went out screaming because people were sitting in the aisles up and down the entire, you can't do that. I'm going to be arrested. I'm going to be arrested. He ran out. They came out of the other.